So, hello everyone. Once again, stuck in the GX era here, and I was actually really pleasantly surprised with the amount of feedback and the amount of support I got on the last video, uh, that I decided to make a combo video, which actually I was shocked, but a lot of you actually asked me to make a combo video, maybe even explain my decisions and choices of cards and ratios even further. So, this is exactly what I'm going to do now. Once again, this is the absolute same deck list that I've showcased in my previous video. So card for card basically, bar the side deck. But yeah, once again, just so you know what we're dealing with, this is the deck that I'll be showcasing. And as you know, I stated in the last video that Vion is actually the most important card in your deck now. It's not Stratos anymore. And the first combo is actually going to be that. So I'll be showcasing a Vion combo, a Fusion Destiny combo, and the best start in your deck, which is Ferris and Malicious. So enough of my yapping. Let's just start. The Vion combo is really simple. So of course, normal summoning Vion. You will dump your Sinister Necrom. Yeah, blasphemy. I play Sinister Necrom. It's much better, in my opinion. Of course, it's up to personal preference, but in my opinion, it's much better than the Evil Assault slash a Dusted Gold package. Here, you will use your Sinister Necrom's effect, dumping the dead or summoning the Dead End Prison. And remember, Dead End Prison's effect is an ignition, so it's not a trigger on summon. It's an ignition effect where you dump a hero for cost. So once your opponent says okay on the summon of Dead End Prison, just like if you're playing Mermail Atlanteans and you summon Eptabis, effect you dump for cost, and you don't answer to anything else. So Dead End Prison will dump you your Malicious. Now Malicious will special summon itself, and with these two you will go into your Infernal Devicer. So this is your 1, 2, 3, 4th summon, and the reason you're going to your Infernal Devicer before the Cross Crusader is because you still are not susceptible to Nib. You can search out your Neos, and now you can even use Vion's effect to search your Poly. So you will add your Neos. Of course, you're going to show the Shining Neos Wingman, but you know how that goes. You'll activate Vion, add Poly, and you'll go Malicious, especially Malicious. So this is where they can nib you. No one has nibbed me at this point, but here you go into your Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader summons your Malicious. I've been nibbed here. I've been nibbed here, but you still have these two cards plus 4 more in your hand. So just one Stratos, one Shadow Mist, any actually hero at this point will continue your plays to a certain degree. But let's say in a perfect world, Nib, Fuvalos, hand traps don't exist. So here you will actually search your Shadow Mist. If you get to this point and your opponent still has Nib in hand, Nib is useless. Because whatever you do, you will have a Dark Claw and a favorite contact, which will eventually summon your Shining Neos or even your Contrast Hero Chaos. But yeah, here you will go Poly. One point I wanted to make is that this card, if you did not know, because Yu-Gi-Oh players, including myself, cannot read, this card adds a favorite card from your deck or graveyard. So your opponent can bell this, and this is the only place in your deck where bell actually hurts you really bad. So you always go Chilling 1 Infernal Rage, Chilling 2 Shadow Mist, like I did here. But I added them in the wrong order, don't mind me. Then, of course, Infernal Rage effect to special summon your Sunrise, you know the drill. Sunrise will now add your Miracle Fusion. And here, you can link these off into your Wonder Driver. You'll Duskcrow, banishing the Neos because you'll get it back anyways. You add your Furnace effect search mask change, and then you discard your Furnace. Mask change into Dark Claw, which will automatically set you back your mask change off of Wonder Driver. so you'll have that as well. Then you Miracle Fusion, Specialing out the Contrast Hero Chaos, and this is your end board. You have your favorite contact, you have your Chaos, you have your Dark Claw, and a Mask Change which can target the Dark Claw, swap it, and then you'll get the Wonder Driver effect, or you can even use the Cross Crusader and have two Dark Claws on the board. It's up to personal preference or the situation of the game. I really like the combo. Yes, it is susceptible to nib at certain points, but in my opinion, I've never ever done this combo with not at least having a Chaos, Dark Claw, or even a DP in some situations, depending on how my hand was. So yeah, that is the first combo. As for the second combo, the best starter in your deck, the only distinguishing fact between this combo and the previous one, or the one that showcased you, is that you do not get your favorite contact, you get DP instead. But it's much safer through Droll, through Nib, because I don't even want to talk about Droll. We lose to Droll. That's just it. This is the best card into Droll if you have it, if you get Drolled. So what you do is Fusion Destiny, the Malicious and Denier, you go into your DP. So if this resolves, you don't get hit by Ash, don't get hit by Fuwa, trust me, your chances of winning that game have already gone up by like 30%. I'm a math genius, trust me. So now you'll activate your Malicious, specialing out the Malicious, and you could, to be even safer around Nib, you could go Phoenix and Malicious into your Cross Crusader, but in that case Cross Crusader can get Imperm, then you lose DP as well, so just don't be an idiot and just go Denier in this situation. Go into your Denier effect, of course, to return the Mali. You go into your Cross Crusader's effect. Really niche piece of advice. If your opponent for some reason did not bestial you to this point, just go Cross Crusader targeting the Denier, because you'd rather lose the Cross Crusader than Malicious in anyway. I mean, in the first situation, whatever they bestial, you'll continue playing, but here you would rather lose a Denier than Malicious. So just really random piece of advice that might come up handy like once every 50 games or even more. Of course, tributing the Denier, you'll search your Vion, the best hero in the deck, normaling Vion, dumping the Shadow Mist effect to add you your Duskcrow. Now you will banish the Shadow Mist, search your Poly. So you already see we're already prepared for Contrast Hero Chaos and a Dark Claw, just with this one card. Now Malicious, you don't have to go banish Malicious here, you can use Vion and Cross Crusader to do what I'm gonna do right now, but for some reason I banished Malicious first, doesn't matter. You'll go Infernal Devicer to add you your Neos. So this is basically a combo where you have no cards in hand, you top deck the Fusion Destiny, and you need every single resource you can get. Now, you'll go Duskcrow, banishing the Link, adding your Furnace. Furnace will add the Mass Change, and in this situation, you don't discard Furnace, rather, you discard the Neos. Because you have Poly in hand. And what does Poly do? Fusion Summon, exactly. You'll fusion the two masked heroes into your Chaos, and you will set the Mass Change. So sadly, sorry, you haven't even gone through all of your Malicious. So if they decide to Nibiru you, you will tag out with DPE and then activate its effects, of course, and then you will Malicious and you'll have a Dark Claw. Basically, the only risk with Fusion Destiny is that to Nib is that you'll lose Contrast Hero Chaos, which is not even that big of a deal, because at most games you just play Protect the Castle with Dark Claw using DPE. So this is why Fusion Destiny is the best card to start off, and try with everything you can to bait out the Ash on the Fusion Destiny. Okay, so for combo number three, this is the best possible opening you can have. Plays around Nib, plays around many hand traps, and yeah, uh, it's a classic. Ferris plus Malicious, or even Ferris plus Shadow Mist. Sorry, but yeah. So of course you're gonna do Ferris, dumping the Malicious, setting your increase effect, tributing the Ferris, special summoning the Vion. Sometimes an Ash to your increase hurts. Of course, in this situation doesn't hurt that much because you have Malicious. Vion will dump your Necrom. Once again, you won't even use it straight away, but you'll have that added protection so you can fill up your board and get as much advantage. So if you do get nibbed, you still have a way to continue playing with Necrom in your graveyard. So Necrom is basically a plan B in this situation. Of course, you're gonna search your poly with Vion by banishing the Ferris because it's useless in the graveyard. You're gonna go Cross Crusader in this situation. You're summoning the Malicious, tributing the Malicious, searching your Stratos. Normal summon the Stratos, add Shadow Mist, and then with these two, you're gonna go Infernal Divisor for your Neos. Maybe there's actually a better line for this combo. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I haven't seen these two specific cards in my hand that much, but this is just the one I'm using. If you can test it more, maybe you don't have to go Stratos straight away. Maybe you can go Infernal Divisor first, then just adding the Shadow Mist, saving the Stratos for later. But it depends. And yeah, as I said before, when you resolve this poly with Shadow Mist and Neos, you already won. So classic, you'll add a favorite contact, the Duskcrow, and then you just do what you did earlier. The added benefit of this combo is that you still have all three, or rather both, of your Malicious in your deck, as well as a Necrom, which can special summon your Dead in Prison, which can dump your Denier, which, you see where I'm going, you can now end with DPE. So you just use Duskcrow, Furnace effect, adds you your Mass Change, discard Furnace. You will now go into your Wonder Driver, you will Miracle Fusion here, set back the Poly, then you will Malicious, go into your second Malicious, Poly here, you go into DPE, and yeah, so you still have one Malicious left, and you still have the Necrom. If you want to be greedy, you can be greedy. You can go Malicious, and then you have DPE, Contrast Hero, Dark Claw, and your favorite contact. So, of course, if you resolve all of this, you're not losing that game. You're not losing that game in any way. But even if you get nibbed here, you will just use Phoenix Enforcer, popping anything, save it for next turn. Then you will go Sinister Necrom, effect to summon Dead in Prison. Dead in Prison will send your Denier to the deck, to the grave, and then you'll still have a Dark Claw. And you'll still have DPE, Mass Change, and Favorite Contact. So you should not be losing when you open these two. And yeah, that is about it. Maybe I'll talk more in depth if I ever decide to make another video about what's the best thing to do through Fuvalos, what's the best, maybe even show some replays on Dueling Book. I might try to film some videos at locals, especially against better, more popular decks to play. And yeah, I hope this was really helpful for you, especially if you're a new player, if you're new to the hero strategy, and even if you're not, even if you just wanted to see how the new mass heroes work. I really do hope this helped you, and let's just hope that the hero deck gets a lot more QCRs first of all, and then gets a lot more tops. Yeah, that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the support, and hopefully see you in the next video. Goodbye.